What up, though? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is Thursday. Woo-wee! You know what today is? Thursday, November 3rd, 2022. On deck for today's show, we preview Packers-Lions matchup on Sunday at Ford Field. LL breaks down what the Lions need to do to win on offense. Coach Mike does the same on defense, and I go over the first injury report for both teams and tell you who's riding that choo-choo pain train, baby. Before we get into all that, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew. Man, y'all see him down there chilling, having a good time. Man, it's your auntie's favorite player because she bring that dude plates all the time. It's my man, LL Cool Torrance. What's going on, my guy?
Don't nobody auntie bring me nothing. Happy Thursday, everybody. Good morning.
Don't let that fool you. All right. Next up, man, you know who it is. He got that beanie on. It's the coaching pride of Jackson Northwest defensive line. It is who?
It's the Wolverine, Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let's go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
Well, welcome back to the show, everybody. Curt, go ahead and start this Thursday off right, man.
All right, so you know how we get down on Thursdays. Before I kick it to LL and Coach Mike to break down the offense and defense, let's see how these teams stack up against one another and go over the betting information for the game. All right, first up, we got our team stats. So points allowed, 18.1 for the Packers, 24.7 for us. Points allowed per game. Well, that was the points per game for the teams. I'm sorry. So they score 18. We score 24. Points allowed. They allow 21. We allow a league high 32 points per game. Total yards per game. Their offense is 356 yards per game for their offense. Ours are 409. Yeah, that's probably a little down for the Packers. Passing yards 234 for them. 274 for us. Here's the big deal. Rushing yards per game, 122 for the Packers, 136 for the Lions. That hasn't happened in a long time. Yards allowed. Now, here's the big difference. They allow 328. We allow 431. We just let people just do what the hell they want to do on the field. All right, passing yards allowed, 187 for the Packers, 276 for the Lions. Rushing yards allowed, 141 for the Packers, and 150 4.9 for the Lions. Let's go over the betting information for the game. The Lions are 3.5-point underdogs for the game, same as they were last week. The over-under is 59.5 points. And the betting lines, as far as the favorites, negative 190 for the Lions. That means if you bet $100 on the Lions to win, because they're underdogs, you will get $190. For the Packers, it's 158. That's kind of that's really what's the same the line as it was last week for the Dolphins. If you bet $158 on the Packers, you will win $100. So those are the betting lines for the game. I think this is a winnable game for both teams. The Lions struggle on defense. The Packers struggle on offense. The Packers will give up points. You see how much points they gave up last week to the Buffalo Bills. And we can score. Our offense can score. Even with the departure of TJ Hockenson, we still can score the ball. Their defense is not as good as it was last season. People thought it would be better, but they're just having some struggles. I think this game is a toss-up for who can win this game. So let me know what you got, Coach Mike. Just the matchup this is a matchup as itself.
Matchup as itself, I think, is a good matchup. I don't think it's one that we got to really be worried about. This is a bounce back game for both teams. This is a get right game. So we just got to get right, man. We got to play our game, man. And we at home. We have the home field advantage. So it's time to make it work, man. Make Ford Field work for us.
What you got, LL?
I honestly don't know what to expect from this game. I feel like I kind of got a feeling we might come out flat and disappointing, because all of the stuff that happened this week, or we come out on fire. I honestly, I just don't know, man. I don't know.
It's
It's a good matchup either way. It should be a good matchup. You already know, fuck the Packers forever and always. So
FTP
maybe
always on this channel.
we should be able to. We should be able to get a win.
Yeah.
Maybe Aiden can step on Aaron Rodgers a couple times or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I feel you.
We
Hey
need to
man,
bring True back.
we FTP all day here on the Detroit Lions on the Prowl, man. We got one dude we swear is cool with us over there in Packerland, and that's Old Timer Dave, because that's our dude, man. And the memory of I will always have the memory of Old Timer Dave coming on Free for All Friday, just shirtless. That was a classic moment in Detroit Lions on the Prowl history, man. Hey, let's look at that family discussion topic for today, man. Man, that was crazy. All right, how can the Lions beat the Packers? Answer the question in the comment section of the video. Y'all know how we do it. We like to hear from you guys. We're fans like you, so we want to hear what you have to say. Again, the family discussion topic for today is, how can the Lions beat the Packers? Answer it in the comment section of the video. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. We always want pride right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. You see what I got on, man. Salute the service gear. It is November. Go over to fanatics.com, links in the description, and get yourself some Salute the service gear. I haven't got my 2022 yet, but it's coming. Hey, I had to buy birthday gifts for my grandbaby. She's into soccer, so my little what do you call that, play money had to go to make sure she had a good birthday coming up. So she had to got her some U.S. women's national team soccer gear over there on fanatics.com. So you can get all that stuff right there. But click the link in the description below, and a portion of the proceeds go to help us grow the content right here on this channel. Go over and check us out on Lions Nation Unite. It's the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. You can have meetups with other fans, and your other favorite content creators are right there in the app as well. So go check out Micro Mike and Dosa Dion and Rad and Rotor Lions UK. All those guys are right there in the app. You can download the app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store, or you can just type in lionsnationunite.com in your web browser. And while you're over there, it's always game day in the LNU shop. Get yourself some game day gear in lnushop.com. Get the real, baby, not the fake on Facebook. lnushop.com. Hang out with us on DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. And while you're over there, click on the link for LionsOnTheProwlShop.com and get yourself some Prowl Nation gear. We had to have a fire sale on those Hockamania shirts. But anyway, I digress. If you are a Wolverine on Saturday and a Lion on Sunday, man, Coach Jones got you hooked up in the description below, man. Wolverine.com. Grab yourself some gear, man. We got that big Rutgers game coming up on Saturday night. So go ahead and get yourself some Wolverines gear and get decked out for the game. Ain't nobody going to New Jersey. Ain't nobody going there for that game. So you're hanging out at the crib watching it, wear your Wolverine gear at the house. Cancer Awareness Month has passed, but it's always cancer awareness. And help out my man, Big Lion Man, and get yourself some roll up gear, because the proceeds from the sale of that gear go to help the American Cancer Society of Michigan. Now we paid the bills, man, because we're gonna get to the other stuff later on, because we got to promote the what day it is, but we're gonna do that after his segment, because he's up to bat first. Talk about the offense, my man, my mellow LL. Step to the mic, because you eat Jello, and break down this offense for the Lions and Packers.
Well, the obvious offensive game plan should be to run the ball and run it some more, but we haven't seen that much this year. I'm not real sure on the health of DeAndre Swift. I'm hearing different things. And for whatever reason, Craig Reynolds just don't get a chance to play football no more. So I don't know. We'll see. But the obvious game plan is to run the ball, play action. They can be had that way for whatever reason. Their secondary usually plays very well against us, but I feel like we can have, they can be had. And of course, again, you got to run that ball, stay ahead of the chains, keep the clock rolling, keep Aaron Rodgers on their side of the field. Even though they've been struggling, it seems like everybody get right against the Lions. So keep Aaron Rodgers on the side of the field as long as you can. Keep the clock rolling, keep the chains moving, keep the points going up. Take again, I mentioned it last week, in the kick, punt, field goal, or extra point, however it goes. No turnovers, man. Limit them turnovers. Jared Goff, get your stuff in order, man. No more turnovers. No more of them silly turnovers. We ain't seen throw a pick six or nothing like that in last game, but well, at least if I might have missed that part, but no silly turnovers, things like that. Keep the ball going, and keep points on the board. Even if it's a low scoring game, we have to keep scoring the points when they're there for us. No silly fourth downs. No 0-4 record breaking fourth downs again. No silly stuff like that, and should equal out to a win.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to add. What you got, Coach Mike? I'm good. You said what I had to say.
Yeah, just keep it high tempo, man. High tempo, push the pace, make Aaron Rodgers have to keep up with you. That's something that we ain't used to saying, and Aaron Rodgers right now can't keep up. So push the offensive tempo, and just keep the game going, man. Just keep the big plays, big chunk plays. We don't need Hockermania for that. Just saying.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Hey, if you like the video, Tell us what you think. How can the Lions beat the Packers on offense, man? So give us your keys to the game on offense in the comment section of the video. We know you're going to talk about it during a live chat, but we're talking about comment cards. So go ahead and leave a comment on how the Lions can beat the Packers on offense. You know what it is, man. Hey, make sure you follow us on your favorite social media platforms, TikTok, YouTube. Some of us got personal YouTube channels or other YouTube channels, or you can follow us on Instagram, man, because today is what? Thirsty Thursdays, man. So going over to LL's Instagram page today, man, for Thirsty Thursdays, man, because he gonna quench that thirst for you. All right, here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Yo, home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. All right, Coach Jones, holla at me, man. What do the Lions need to do on defense to beat the Packers?
Oh man, we just, you know what? We don't have an identity yet. That's the main thing of the deal. We don't know what the hell we do. I'm just being for real. We don't really have an identity. So what you want to do is take the identity that you had last game, right? And you're like, ooh, shit. But you take the identity from last game. The Miami Dolphins are the 12th ranked offense in the NFL. So you're going against a top 15 offense. What did you do well in that game? Well, you did stop the run pretty good. Mostert was held under 70 yards. You did stop the run very well. So that's something you can build off of. And also, we learned that we should play more man coverage. We have man corners. We should not play in zone coverage at all. I mean, there's a few times where you got to mix in the zone, but we should play predominantly man coverage on that back. Because when we watching guys cross our face and we don't know who taking who, that just gets us caught up in a bad place, man. But this is not really nothing that, like I said, nothing we really do that's good. So we just got to build off what we did last week, if that's hard as you can believe that. So what y'all got on that, man?
All right, stop the other Aaron. And I ain't talking about Aaron Rodgers. I'm talking about the running back. That Aaron. Keep Aaron Williams, man. Keep Aaron. What the? I can't do that.
Jones.
Aaron Jones. Keep him on bottle up. Stop the other Aaron. All right. Tight man coverage, like you said, underneath that. And make sure you kind of mix in with some zone over the top, and make sure you have a good linebacker that's playing coverage underneath. You know what I'm saying? If you playing what do you call that? A nickel or a sub package, just kind of make sure you have somebody roaming that middle of the field so we can those crossing routes, especially for Aaron Rodgers, man. The scramble plays and scramble drills and crossing routes kill us with Aaron Rodgers all the time. And last but not least, man, pressure the boogeyman. Keep somebody in Aaron Rodgers' face the whole game. Keep somebody right there in his grill. You got David Bakhtiari is. That offensive line hasn't been great this year. So you can get pressure on Aaron Rodgers. So that's all I got, man. What you got, LL?
Yes, step on Aaron Rodgers, and Devontae Adams ain't here no more. So a lot of things we ain't got to worry about. He ain't got that same connection. So things shouldn't be as they were. Stay with the game plan, whatever it is, and it should end up pretty well for us.
Yeah,
Man,
that
don't let
dot.
it be that get back right game, man. Don't let it be that get back right game. Please don't, Lions. Please. For the love of Jesus, don't let them
Not the
be
love of
able to
Jesus.
get back right.
Sweet Christmas. All right. that is your defensive breakdown. What we need to do on defense, man. Now it is time, man. And this thing is that thing keep chugging along for the Lions. It's time for the choo-choo pain train, baby. Let's go over who is on the injury report for the first one of the week for both teams. All right, let's go over the people who did not practice for the Lions yesterday. Chase Lucas was out with the ankle. Iffy was out with the ankle as well. Matt Nelson still out with a calf injury. AJ Parker, man, he got to get the hula hoop, man, because he had his hip was hurting. Penei Sewell was not at practice. It wasn't an injury. It was a personal reason, so he was not there. DeAndre Swift, they held him out again on Wednesday. I think that's his usual Wednesday rest, so he did not practice on Wednesday again. Brock Wright is in the concussion protocol, so he was not at practice yesterday. Here's our limited guys for yesterday. Derek Barnes was limited with a knee. Charles Harris back at practice finally with the groin injury. He was limited yesterday. Frank Ragnow, said he got to get on a good foot because that thing is always keeping him limited on the first practice of the week. Josh Reynolds was limited with a back injury. Here's two things that I like to see, man. The two veteran defensive backs were back at practice yesterday, and they were a full go. Deshaun Elliott was back from that finger injury, and cornerback Mike Hughes was back for a full practice with the knee injury. Let's go over to the Packers pain train. David Bakhtiari was a no-go for practice yesterday with a knee. I tell you, man, that their offensive line, and Bakhtiari is a big part of that. He was a no-go yesterday at practice. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, was no-go with a knee yesterday. And Shamar Jean-Charles, the cornerback, was a no-go with an ankle injury. And last but not least, Elton Jenkins, the guard tackle, he was out yesterday with a knee and foot injury. Let's go to the limited participants for the Packers. We had Alan Lazard. He was limited with a shoulder. Aaron Rodgers, the boogeyman himself, was limited with a right thumb injury. Preston Smith, their outside linebacker, was limited with a shoulder and neck injury yesterday. And another non-participant yesterday was Christian Watson, their rookie wide receiver. He was out. He is in concussion protocol. I don't think we see that guy. He looked pretty bad. It wasn't like the Brock Wright thing where he was kind of just, how Brock Wright was kind of just stumbling around a little bit. No, they had to cart him off the field. So Christian Watson was a no-go for them yesterday at practice. So those are your pain train injury reports for the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. We'll see who's going to be, who's going to ratchet up at the end of the week. You know how the Lions are. Some of these guys get their veteran rest. Other people, we'll see what's going on with these guys coming up here in the next day or so. But let's go. I digress, man. That is your injury reports. Let's go on over, man, and talk about what you guys had to say about the last show. It's time for the comment cards, baby. Man, they were full today. For everyone who left the comment, thank you. And we have some new guys, some old guys, but it was great. First up, we have Jeffrey Inglesby says, not a big deal. I don't think he was producing as expected, and he wasn't a great blocker. I don't know about that. That comes with being a tight end. You got to block too. Brock Wright era begins. Don't sweat it, fellas. I think Hockenson was a better blocker than what you give him credit for, but I think it was the offensive scheme. I don't think Ben Johnson uses the tight ends that much in his scheme. That's just me. What you got, LL?
Galloping Lake 6 says Hockenson is currently ranked the 8th best tight end overall, but besides the fact that he's a valuable weapon in our offense, why on earth did the Lions pick up his 5th-year option last summer? The way the league works, since we traded a player who we locked in on the 5th-year option, the Lions are on the hook of spending $5.9 million next year of Hawkins' salary. That's $5.9 against our salary cap. That, to me, is not good. Yeah, but somehow out of the deal, we got some kind of a cap savings. So
yeah, we got we got a pretty good cap savings from him for $9 million next year. So it kind of balances itself out.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. Peace out, Hawk, though. But like Coach Mike said yesterday, you on the other side now. We on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right. I heard that. I think we did that just so we could be more tradable. Chris Amick says, I agree with Coach and LL all the way. I don't mind the trade, but to a team we see twice a year, plus Hawk barring injury is going to be around for a long time. Then we send picks with them. I don't think that was a good idea. We'll have to see how it plays out. But as for me, I don't like the trade at all. You know what? Now that I look back at it, the trade is not that bad. It's actually, we actually come out on top of it. So I'm not mad at it at all. If you can find a way where we come out on top, I'm not mad.
All right, Dr. Detroit, y'all know who it is. The doctor. He says, do you think we are trying to win, Curt? I don't think we're trying to lose. I've never really bought into the tank thing. And I don't think players and coaches do the tank thing as well. That's kind of an insult to them because they go out there and they bust their behind every day at practice. The tanking thing is not you know what I'm saying? Now, if you're saying that, are they making great decisions? I don't, that's always up to debate. But to say they're trying to tank, I will never insult a professional athlete saying they're trying to tank. We'll never do that. Never do that. Because we saw how that worked in Philly. They still haven't won nothing. They tanked. The Philadelphia 76ers tanked for years to keep getting draft picks. And they haven't won a championship yet. The closest they got was the Eastern Conference Finals. And my man, Kawhi Leonard broke their hearts in that corner three. So tanking doesn't work.
Decisions go into that tanking though, and Ben Simmons was the downfall of them of that whole tank situation. But Derek Lewis, welcome to the comment card, says it's not like they can get worse. I think they got robbed within the trade, but we wouldn't have paid him next year anyway. I think he would score 2 to 3 touchdowns against us. We would lose by at least 2 touchdowns. Honestly, I thought that this was his 5th year for some strange reason. So next year he'll still be over there. Makes me not like the trade even more. But whatever, man. Thanks for the comment, Derek.
Right on. Richard Brunette says, I like the trade. Mitchell and Wright are both better blockers. I agree. Amon-Ra is a better receiver, and we saved almost $10 million on the next year's cap. Had they waited till next year, they likely would have gotten nothing for him. Probably so. At least they improved 2 picks, up in 2 rounds this year and 1 next. I believe it was just 1 pick. But it says up 2 rounds this year and 1 next. Maybe they mean just for the 2nd round pick.
Yeah, the second round pick next year, and then
So I got you. Yeah, man. I'm with you, Richard. I'm all for it, man. Anything that helps improve this roster, man, I'm for it, man. And hey, sometimes it gotta be done. But if you like this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, have a watch party with, your friends, your kids, all of them. They all can watch it, man. And help us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. What's up on deck next, Curt?
All right, so we've had the comment cards. That's my favorite segment of the show. Now it's time for what everyone else calls their favorite segment of the show, Dessert with your man, Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites. Custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Go to the link in the description to go over to the Facebook page to check out the sales of those desserts. If you don't do the Facebook thing, you can go over to TikTok and Instagram and check out all that beautiful dessert footage, or you can email her directly at delightfulbites18@gmail.com. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. Man, big news yesterday, injury news, super back. Tight end, full backs, half back, whatever he's called, the super back. Jason Kabenda has been cleared to return to practice. So he will start practicing. The clock for him to be activated from the injured reserve has started. So he comes back. That's good, man. Jason Kabenda I like the way he does for our offense, especially down in the red zone as far as blocking is concerned, and you can sneak him out of the backfield for a catch here every now and then. So I like bringing him back. And he's done some great things in the community as well. We saw him being highlighted for his STEM research programs in the local community and in some of the schools. So welcome back, Jason Kabenda. Hope we can get you back on the field real soon. And that's your dessert with your man, Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. Now it's time to take that quick walk on over to that wall of fame, baby. All right, first up, we got our bronze members. We got Everything King, man. Go check him out for his Pistons content. We got Brian Stover, David Anderson, Timmy Birch over there in our bronze members. For our silver members, we got my man Big Dale in the building, Cap Ice Cold, the Batman of the 313, and Henry Wallace rounds out our silver members for today. And our gold members, we got Mr. Reliable Michael Huck, North End Ken, the Jazzy One, Paul Giroux, Michael Lewis, Lady Lionel of Douchebagia, and the Doctor, Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for game predictions before we get into final thoughts. All right, who wins and what's the score? First up, I'm going to go to Coach Mike this week. First up, Coach Mike, what you got, man?
31-20 Lions, and I think Aaron Rodgers gonna retire on Monday. He's frustrated. He's gonna retire on Monday. 31-20 Detroit Lions.
31-20 Detroit Lions. All right, what you got, Ella?
I don't know. I'm gonna say 30-20 Green Bay, and I'm hoping I jinx it.
30-20 for Green Bay. All right, Curt Steele, what I got, man? I'm gonna say 34-30 Detroit in the shootout and for a field. That's what I got for the game prediction. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. What you got, Ella?
Final thought, of course, fuck the Packers. Have a great Thursday. Happy Thursday. Don't worry about being on Instagram today. Live your life. There's a lot of life out there to be lived. And if all of a sudden you find yourself discrediting TJ Hawkinson for whatever reason, shut up. Like, I don't get that. Now all of a sudden he's not that good. Now all of a sudden he could have been this. Yeah, he was very expendable, but let's just, let's not be fools now.
Gotcha.
Right on. Shout out to Hawk, man. Word my wishes and all that, man. But now I don't like your ass. So, I'm not a player. I'm not a person who falls in love with players and follow them to every team they go to. Like, I don't like your ass. Yeah, man. I just hope the Lions have a good game, man, and we just build off of the performance of last week, man, and just come into the game. We got the home field advantage. Two teams that are sloping down, man, and just come out on top, man. This is a game we need to win.
All right, definitely. For me, Thursday, man. Don't be fooled with Ella. Go on over, check out our Instagram page for Thursdays. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, what it is. All right. With all that being said, man, I hope the Packers get some kind of 24-hour bug and like half their starting lineup is out on Sunday, you know what I'm saying, and they better on Monday. But with all that being said, it's always FTP right here on the channel. Good luck to the Lions, man. We're in a kind of a funky place as a team right now, and as a fan base, it's kind of in that transition. We reset the rebuild with the Hawkinson trade, so we'll see how that's going to affect us going forward. So let's go ahead and kind of just keep our eyes on that. The Lions are going to have a lot of opportunity to get younger and better here coming up in the next draft. So it is what it is. We can't change the past. All we can do is look for the future. But with all that being said, man, go Lions, beat the Packers on Sunday. No pack, no. It's Thursday, man. The grind is getting a little bit harder for you guys, man. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Free for All Friday, where we continue our pregame preview for the Lions and the Packers on Sunday. So come hang out with us, man. We're live for 1 hour tomorrow for Free for All Friday. We're gonna have Val in the building. Mike gonna stop by. Usually have a man Luke G in the building, and the maniac that he always running wild on Free for All Friday. So come check us out, man, as we get ready for Lions and Packers on Sunday. Thank you for those individuals that showed up for the Go Members meeting yesterday. I was not there. Had some stuff I had to take care of. But, Val said she hung out with you guys, and you guys always handle it. Like I always do. The two reliable people that always show up from man Michael Huck and the Jazzy One. They're always hanging out on the Go Members meeting. So today, Thursday, if it's getting a little bit hard, you got like 8 meetings you could have had that could have been Slack messages. Man, it's okay. I know you ate some good lunch with us right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl, and you quenched your thirst over there for Thirsty Thursdays. So what I need you to do is, man, go ahead and get yourself together, man, and get back to work, get a little bit of reprieve, and thank you for hanging out with us, man. It is military appreciation in the NFL right now. Salute the service, man. Thank a veteran. If you know a veteran, thank them for their service, man. And It doesn't matter how long they serve or, hey, thank them anyway because they didn't have to volunteer. America's forces are volunteer services, man. We're a volunteer army. We're a volunteer Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force, whatever. It's all volunteer. So thank them because they didn't have to do that in the service of their country. So with all that being said, man, hey, get this napkin, man. Fuck them crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up. Ball out and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.